12 Ways Princess Catherine Mirrors Queen Elizabeth II. The Queen would be proud. From a quaint commoner to an elegant queen-in-waiting, Princess Catherine of Wales has come a long way in her 12 years as a member of the royal family. Now it goes without saying, but she mostly has the late Queen Elizabeth II to thank for her transformation. On that note, in today's video, let's take a look at 12 things the two royals have in common. Number 1. Her relationship with Prince William. While speaking to Hello, former royal butler Grant Harold divulged a heartwarming detail about the Wales' relationship. It turns out the couple's cooperation is highly reminiscent of their late grandparents, Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. As someone who's known the pair since their dating years, Grant revealed that he was devastated when the two first broke up in 2007. Given their amazing partnership, he'd wanted the two to tie the knot. Luckily, the couple's split was rather short-lived, and the rest, as they say, is history. When it comes to drawing a comparison between the Waleses and their grandparents, royal biographer Penny Junor shares Grant's sentiments. In an interview with People, she revealed that Princess Catherine compliments Prince William like Prince Philip did the late Queen Elizabeth II. Number 2. Her parenting techniques. Akin to the late Queen Elizabeth II, Princess Catherine also understands the importance of sharing a hobby with her children. That said, whereas the late Queen Elizabeth II passed down her love of horse riding to her children, making a gold medal-winning equestrian out of the Princess Royal, Anne. Princess Catherine, meanwhile, has imparted her love of tennis to her kids. Prince George of Wales, in particular, is said to thrive at the sport, so much so that the royal couple has had a tennis court installed in their country home of Norfolk. Number 3. They're both frugal. One more tactic that we think Princess Catherine may have picked up from the late Queen Elizabeth II is repeating her outfits. According to former royal press secretary Dickie Arbiter, Queen Elizabeth II's mantra was "waste not, want not," especially when it came to her outfits. As a result, most of what Her Royal Highness wore was repurposed from something she already owned. Surprisingly, this also included her shoes. As per royal shoemakers, she'd rarely send for new pairs and instead chose to have older pairs reheeled or their tops replaced. While we're not sure about her shoe collection, Princess Catherine has repurposed some of her dresses for different engagements. For instance, she repeated the dress she wore to the 2011 BAFTAs at the 2021 Earthshot Prize Awards. The late Queen Elizabeth II similarly repeated her Tiffany blue coat at 4 different occasions between 2006 to 2010. Number 4. They're both education advocates. In the 70 years that she remained on the British throne, the late Queen Elizabeth II remedied a number of different issues, of which quality education was but one. Take, for example, the Commonwealth Scholarship that she established a year after her coronation in 1959. From what we've learned, this scholarship provides low-income and middle-income students from Commonwealth countries a chance at quality education in the UK. As per reports thus far, the scheme has awarded scholarships in the thousands. Now, when it comes to Princess Catherine, it's safe to say that she's followed in Queen Elizabeth II's footsteps in this regard as well. For those of you who didn't know Catherine, together with her non-profit Place to Be, helps provide UK schools with necessary resources to navigate young children's mental health. Number 5. Her sense of style. A lot of you might have noticed that over the years, Princess Catherine has started wearing brighter colors. But not many of you might know that, like repurposing, it's a lesson she learned from the late Queen Elizabeth II herself. According to what Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, disclosed in the documentary The Queen at 90, her mother-in-law would wear rainbow shades to be able to stand out in a crowd, she said. And we quote, "She needs to stand out for people to be able to say, 'I saw the Queen.'" Queen Elizabeth II's biographer Robert Hardman has similarly revealed that she refused to wear the color beige because nobody would be able to recognize her in it. Number 6. Princess Catherine has the late Queen Elizabeth II's fortitude. While Princess Catherine's recent cancer disclosure video led cancer patients across the globe to feel seen, at the same time, her message stood out for another lesser-known reason. Several reporters have pointed out that Princess Catherine not only showcased Queen Elizabeth II's stoic fortitude amidst the recording, but also used some of the same rhetorical devices as her to capture the gravity of how badly the press had handled the situation. In case you missed it, she didn't use any titles while referring to her family. This, per experts, was a way to appeal to everyday families, and to tell them that it doesn't take long for one's privacy and life to spiral out of nowhere. Having said that, this video, alongside Princess Catherine's courage in the face of such a harrowing situation, has proven yet again that she's well on her way to becoming an illustrious future monarch. Before we move on, we'd like to wish her the best of health and a speedy recovery. Number 7. They both enjoy the outdoors. Speaking of health, did you know that Princess Catherine's love of the great outdoors helped her strengthen her bond with the late Queen Elizabeth II? According to a royal commentator, Princess Catherine's upbringing in the English countryside helped her get closer to Queen Elizabeth II. It turns out, a lot like Princess Catherine, the late Queen Elizabeth II was also the happiest when she was outside in her tweeds, especially if it meant being surrounded by her horses. Besides strengthening her bond with the late Queen Elizabeth II, the great outdoors have also helped the princess to foster her relationship with her children. While on Giovanna Fletcher's podcast, Happy Mum, Happy Baby, Princess Catherine disclosed that spending time in the countryside with her kids, where they can be filthy and dirty, brings her the most joy. Number 8. They're both mothers to future kings. One more thing that aligns Princess Catherine with the late Queen Elizabeth II is that she's also the mother to a future king. Princess Catherine is the mother of Prince George of Wales, second in line to the British throne after his father, Prince William of Wales. The late Queen, similarly, was the mother of the current king, King Charles III. Much like his grandfather, Prince George of Wales is also being prepared to take on the role. For instance, Princess Catherine and Prince William routinely encourage him to take part in different donation drives. Number 9. She shares the late Queen Elizabeth II's love for dogs. Anyone who knows anything of the late Queen Elizabeth II knows that she loved dogs, especially corgis. In fact, she loved them so much that they featured in several royal portraits and also ended up attending important ceremonies with her. Now, when it comes to Princess Catherine, her love for dogs also knows no bounds. Besides the dogs that she owns, she's often spotted petting dogs during royal engagements. Say what you will, but of all things, this trait makes her a most befitting heir to the late Queen Elizabeth II. Number 10. They've a mutual love for photography. Princess Catherine's love for photography is common knowledge. But on World Photography Day in 2021, it was revealed that the late Queen Elizabeth II also shared her granddaughter-in-law's favorite hobby. To commemorate the day, the royal family's social media shared a series of photos where the late Queen Elizabeth II could be seen behind the camera. Number 11. They've the same body language. Of all the royal family women, body language expert Judy James believes that Princess Catherine most closely follows the late Queen Elizabeth II's unique body language. Based on a bunch of photographs taken at royal engagements, James concluded that unlike other royals, both the late Queen Elizabeth and Princess Catherine would lower their hands to their torsos to make themselves as visible as possible when out in public. To add to that, while Princess Catherine uses a variety of techniques to communicate a sense of bonding, when needed, she also knows how to create the late Queen Elizabeth II's characteristic spaciness. Number 12. They've a common ancestor. What could make the two royals more similar than having shared ancestry? Yes, you heard that right. They're related. Art historian Michael Reed made this interesting discovery about Princess Catherine of Wales's lineage when he was examining the Blakiston Bowes cabinet. Previously, it was only a simple wedding gift that was believed to have helped consolidate the relationship between the historical families of the Blakistons and the Bowes-Lyons. However, as of the 2010, it's become a testimony to Princess Catherine and the late Queen Elizabeth II's age-old ties. It turns out Sir William Blakiston, whose great-granddaughter married into the Bowes-Lyons line, is related to both the late Queen Elizabeth II as well as Princess Catherine. The late Queen Elizabeth II, for anyone who's unaware, is a descendant of the Bowes-Lyons. Thanks for tuning in. Can you think of some other qualities the two may have in common? Let us know in the comments below, like this video, and subscribe for more updates about the royal family.